consider it valuable. This couple, they serve, they lead from the front, and they know the information. In fact, I'm going to turn over to a gentleman. I believe he's going to introduce his wife. We have to figure out who's going to present. It's going to be a surprise to me. But this gentleman, I sat down with him, my wife and I, a few months ago, and I can tell you, the past 8 months, we've done some trials, we tested out the products and shared within our community. And here we found out, and I'm not making any health claims, but just in the past few months, we have people in our community, right here in our community, especially the Black and Brown community, get off of blood pressure medication, get off of insulin, people battling with diabetes. We have moms right now with children who's overcoming autism. They're experiencing things they've never seen before because of the information you brought to witness. So this gentleman, he's on the corporate team, he serves as our VP of sales, but he's also with us in the field. For those of you watching right now, listening, I want to encourage you to have an open mind. A closed mind is the most expensive thing to own, but he's in the field. He's what you call a purple diamond. That simply means his business is doing over $1 million a month in revenue. Let me say that one more time, just in case you're not paying attention. His business is exceeding over $1 million in sales, right? So what better person can share tonight why the Wellness Project here with Vital Health is the best thing I've seen since sliced bread. So I'm going to get out of the way of greatness and turn it over to our VP of sales, Purple Diamond with Vital Health. That is none other than my business partner, our leader, Mr. David Nieves. Take it away, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Eric Reeve, and welcome everybody. Super excited to be here with every single one of you and to really talk about what this is all about. I'll tell you just a quick story, and I guess that way I can get out of the way for the information, which is what's important here. About 3 years ago, my mother fell sick with, and I can tell you just what happened to her. She had liver cancer. And it was they found this cyst the size of a quarter in her liver. And Eric spoke about Dr. Sebi, and my wife and I remember when we heard that story, it was a shocking to us because the doctor first told my mother, said, "How long have you been drinking? Because you first had cirrhosis of the liver and then it turned into cancer." And my mother was like, "I've never drank a day in my life. I don't smoke. I don't drink." So what ended up happening, we figured out it was nothing else but the food that she was eating. Today we have pesticide, fungicide, herbicides in our food. We have preservatives. We have the word "side" literally means death in Latin, suicide, homicide, genocide. We spray death in our food and we expect to have life. And on top of that, you start talking about food that is days old, sometimes weeks old that we're eating. My mother had no education of this, and after many, many years of just eating a regular diet, a regular American diet, she found herself with cirrhosis of the liver to eventually turning into cancer. So my wife and I, we started doing our research. We started looking for help, and we sought out the help of a doctor and his team, Dr. Sebi. Some of you have already maybe heard of him. He wasn't even a doctor. He was a medicine man from Honduras, from the mountains of Honduras, and doing some incredible work. And he created a system where, in short, he does 4 things. Number 1, he detoxes the body, remove bodies that detox toxins from the body. The results of removing toxins from the body is lowering inflammation within the cell. Number 2, he alkalines the body, following the principles of Dr. Otto Warburg, Nobel Prize winning doctor, who in 1931 won the Nobel Prize, saying words like that no disease can live within an alkaline body. Dr. Otto Warburg, 1931 Nobel Prize winner. So alkaline the body. Number 3, oxygenate the cell through a precursor of where you increase the nitric oxide within your body that opens up the cell to increase the oxygen. And number 4, so we detox, And number 4 is we give nutrients to the body. We max out the body with the cell with nutrients, real food, real nutrients that enters the cell. So we follow this protocol. For 30 days, we follow this protocol. And here's what, and again, this is not a Dr. Sebi promotion, but I'm just telling you the power of what that family has taught me. After 30 days of following that protocol, we took her back to the doctor, and here's what happened. The doctor said that 95% of the cancer has shrunk. And what they went in there, they just went in there and burned it up. Now, this is not a health claim, my friends. This is not a claiming. I'm telling you, this is what happened. And this did not happen with Vital Health, by the way. This just happened. But I'm sharing this story because that was a catalyst for me and my wife. I remember looking at my wife and I asked her, how many people don't know about this? How many people don't know that if you create the environment, what is called epigenetics, where you create the environment within the body, the perfect environment of a body that is alkaline, has high nutrients, has low toxins, and has an alkalinity within their body, plus oxygenate the cell. How many people don't know that if you create that environment, the body becomes the miracle that it is? What we're about to see, we're not saying that Vital Health cures. Vital Health do not cure. These products do not cure anything. No cures here. But here's what the right environment can do to the body. That's what we're here to explore. What can the right environment? We can put your body in the right environment. What miracle can happen when the right environment is in place? So, and I looked at my wife after having that conversation and seeing that what happened with my mother. We started seeking out a system that we can max produce and bring to the world. And Vital Health was the solution to this. We found a doctor named Dr. Tony Rodriguez, who I will let my wife, Brooke Nieves, explain to you the story, because she tells the story so much better than me. But I want to tell you that what you're about to listen today, this is not hype. This is not woo-woo. This is real science. This is what the body's made of, and this is what God intended for things to be. You know, God created the perfect body. You know, there's no secret that the sarsaparilla root creates, or there's no accident, we should say. The sarsaparilla root increases the oxygen within your body and increases blood cells within your body. There's no secret or accident that glucosamine, MSM, lowers and has a healthy anti-inflammatory response within your body. That's no accident. That's just reality, and that's science. So, and it's the way God intended things to be, by the way. It just comes straight from the earth. Straight from the earth. So I want you to pay really close attention, because how many of you, let me ask you a question, how many of you have a family member that has a metabolic disease, and you know all the metabolic diseases out there from everyone? I'm not going to name them because I'm going to talk about Vital Health now. How many of you have someone in your family that's suffering with some type of metabolic disease? How many of you? Can you put a 1 on the chat if you have somebody in your family that has that? And you can probably start naming them yourself and say, hey, wait a minute. And we all know. You know why I know this? Because just the statistics show that just in the United States alone, 50% of the United States is pre-diabetic. 50%. 30% of children is pre-diabetic. That means it's 175 million people that are looking for a solution. Let me ask you a question. What if you can be a hope here to those individuals? What if you can create a business and can create a hope for those individuals in a way that you can impact the lives of so many people? This is what we're going to talk about today. So without any further ado, I'm going to present to you an individual that has changed my life. I told Brooke that everything she touches, it just goes better. When she came into my life became better. When she came into my children's life became better. When she came into Vital Health became better. And she is not only an expert in nutrition. She walks the talk. Like she really walks the talk. She's an example. She's an exemplary leader. She leads by example, and her life is an example. So, without any further ado, let me present to you the VP of Product Education, Ms. Brooke Nieves.
Well, hello, everybody. I'm so grateful to be with all of you today. Wow. Anybody drop a 2 in the chat if you're already excited about the mission that we're on here at Vital Health. And I want you guys to know that we are not just a company. You're not looking at a company right now. You're looking at a movement. You're looking at a mission. And I'm excited to share with you the mission that we've started. And let me send a request to share my screen. The mission that we have started, because no matter what, this train is moving. And if you are on this call and you decide on this call that this is something that you want to be part of because your soul is touched by where we're headed with this mission and this movement, then welcome to what we have here at Vital Health. I am going to share some slides with you. And the start of how this mission, the beginning of this mission is it's a very sad story, but it has led to what you're seeing right now here at Vital Health. And what's amazing about what has been created is it actually came from a lot of pain. And right here in the center of the screen, you'll see Dr. Tony Rodriguez. This is the formulator and founder of our products and Vital Health. And at 16 years old, this gentleman lost both of his parents to chronic illness, and he believed that it was vital for him to go out and to share the word about how chronic illness can be prevented. And so when he got older, he got his doctorate in nutrition and natural medicine, and he started opening up clinics in Mexico. People were coming to him with illnesses and ailments that they weren't getting solutions in other paths that they had taken. So they came to him, and extraordinary results were happening. Miraculous results were happening. And so an entrepreneur named Alex Reynoso, also had been in the field of network marketing for 15 years. He got recommended to Dr. Tony because his father-in-law was dealing with a chronic illness. He went to Dr. Tony and he said, oh my gosh, these are the most impressive formulations I've ever seen. I'm actually currently manufacturing products for different companies. He stepped out of the field of network marketing, started manufacturing products, and owned his own labs, and was like, I want to put your product line in my labs, and I want to create a company with you and go global. So that's what they did February 22nd, 2022, and they brought in the Beretta brothers to move that mission along. And what's really crazy about the mission is in the first year, we did $1 million in sales. The second year, we did $4 million in sales. In the third year, we did $43 million in sales, and we're projected to do $100 million this year. And that's literally because our product line is changing people's lives. The testimonials that are coming from the experiences people are having are just, I mean, they'll bring tears to your eyes. Because again, how many people in your life do you know that are living a life of vitality? How many people do you know that are super healthy, right? 60% of Americans right now are dealing with at least one form of chronic illness. And if you look at the pediatric rates of chronic illness, those are even scarier. 1 out of 3 children are dealing with a chronic illness. And those stats are only going up, right? So June 1st of last year, they wanted to expand into the United States. They brought in myself, my husband, and our business partners, the Stallards. And that is where we came in and are bringing this mission and movement to educate as many countries on the globe as absolutely possible. And so it's important that we know that we return the power back to the people and let them know that they have a say in their health. Yeah, we can talk about, the poison that they're putting in our food and the air pollution, 4.2 premature deaths, 4.2 million premature deaths are happening every year because of air pollution. That's just the air, right? So there is a lot of things that are not in our control, but we have to start getting really loud about the power that the people still do have. And so that's what we stand for here at Vital Health. So we like to educate on prevention. We like to talk about the fact that right now, chronic illness is on the rise, but it's because chronic inflammation is on the rise. Well, why is chronic inflammation on the rise? Because we live in the most toxic environment we ever have, with our food, our water, our air quality, the products that we put on our body, the fabrics that we're putting on our skin. I mean, there's a lot of toxins in our environment. So when you have a lot of toxins coming into the human experience, the body doesn't like it and it responds through inflammation, saying, hey, we have a problem. Well, when you live in a chronic state of inflammation for a long time, then your body starts turning on chronic illnesses. And so that's what we're seeing on that side. And then you partner that with the fact that we are literally undernourished, like severely undernourished. It would take 8 oranges right now to equate to 1 orange in the 1980s. It would take 32 cups of spinach to equate to 1 cup of spinach in the 1930s. And I can speak for y'all. I know y'all are not going to be eating 32 cups of spinach a day because we don't got time for that. I don't have the belly for that. It's not possible. So when you don't have the nourishment that you need and the nutrients that your body literally requires to operate properly, and you also have chronic inflammation, that's where we're seeing the chronic illness rates go through the roof. So it's important to have this information. It can be kind of scary because it's like, there's so many things out of our control. I mean, there really is. We can't control the air quality. We can't control all the food. We can control kind of what we put into our bodies, but there's a lot of things out of our hands. But what is in our hands is the ability to connect back with the planet and to use what gifts that Mother Earth has naturally given us. And like David was saying, it's not a coincidence. Anybody that can say that it's a coincidence that thousands of herbs all have a unique functionality when they enter the system, there's no coincidence. God created a perfect planet and gifted it to us, and our ability to connect with the roots, connect with the leaves, the adaptogens that are here for us, and learn that ancient wisdom that our ancestors were connected to. It's just over time we got disconnected, but the Mother Earth has been waiting for us to return. And so Vital Health harnesses that. That's a value of ours, and we do what we call nanotechnology into our product line. So we infuse our products with nanotechnology, allowing for maximum absorption of all of the products. We also have adaptogens. So we use a blend of herbs and adaptogens. Adaptogens have a unique functionality. All herbs have their own specific functionality, but adaptogens go into the system and they find the imbalance based on the function of that herb, and it'll balance you out. We also have affordable prices, which is really important because I've been in the coaching space for many years, and anybody that works in service to people knows that economically there's some hard times out there right now. And a lot of times living a healthy life can feel like it's a luxury. Like, oh, that's a luxury to eat well and to put supplements into my body and to, be able to wear nice fabrics. And here at Vital Health, we believe that that health should not be a luxury, that it should be something that the whole family has access to. And at Vital Health, we work with hundreds of different doctors, but we have a small group. We have our advisory board, and these doctors are working with our products into their practices every day, and they're just bridging that gap between the actual practices and the communication that we have with doctors, also coming back to the field as we are expanding and as we're creating new products. This is an overview of our product line, and what's amazing about it is we've got, of course, the non-GMO. We don't test on animals. We're lab tested. Our labs are registered and inspected by the FDA, but we have our GMP stamp, and this is important because we do not want metal in our products. We do not want pesticides, herbicides, glyphosate. We do not want contaminants, mold. We do not want these things in our products. And what's great is that the Good Manufacturing Practice stamp, they are the ones that are going to make sure that our products are pure and they are high quality and they do not have anything additional in them that is going to cause contamination or harm to the body. Now, I'm going to talk about our product line. I'm going to go into it, and there's a specific system that we have. But before I do that, I just need to let you know that we do not diagnose, treat, cure, prevent, or mitigate any illness. Now, when you get into our product line, the flow begins where we start with detoxification. And detoxification is it's the foundation to your health, because a lot of people right now They're looking at the outcomes. They're looking at why don't I have energy? Why am I not losing the weight that I want to? Why do I not have great sleep? Why are my hormones imbalanced, right? Why is my circulation quality low? Well, guess what? Your liver and your kidneys are connected to every single system in the body. So remember it like this. You know, everybody knows that saying, if mama ain't happy, nobody happy. That's what it's like for your liver and your kidneys. If your liver and kidneys are not happy, nobody gonna be happy. Your entire body will not function properly without those organs being happy and healthy. Okay, so we have to start there. So we have OrganX that's going to support the liver. Iron is going to support the kidneys. And then we have S-Balance. This is a pancreas product, which is going to support healthy blood sugar levels. Guys, if you know somebody who does not have optimal blood sugar levels, I'm not allowed to come on here and make medical claims, but I am telling you that there are herbs on this planet that bring healthy balance to your blood sugar levels and to the pancreas. And I'm begging you to explore other options besides the options that you might have been given that come in a little orange bottle, please, because it just completely changes somebody's quality of life. And that's why that's what we're here for, right? We came here for two reasons. We came here to be connected to God and to be of service, and we came here to have a good time, okay? We came here to enjoy the life that we're living. So please make sure that you have a conversation around healthy blood sugar levels. We also have our detox tea. This is incredible for cleansing the colon. So constipation is actually like a huge issue. A lot of people are not removing toxins from their body in the appropriate time frame. Okay, everybody should be going to the restroom at least once a day. So this is so important for pulling toxins out of the system. Then we've got our Restore line. So starting at the top left, we've got our 44. This is a magnesium calcium charcoal blend. So this is going to balance the pH levels on the microbiome. This is really great for anybody who has food intolerances. Like if you're not supposed to be eating dairy, but you can't stop because ice cream and cheese is delicious, then this is really, really important for you. You can pair this when you're eating something that you're intolerant to, and it's going to help with the discomfort significantly. This is really great for bloating. This is great for bowel health. This is great for bone support. Then we have our Idolane. This is a nervous system support product. So this is going to reduce that overwhelm and intensity that life can bring sometimes, because I already know y'all have multiple roles that you're playing. You're parents, you're caretakers, you're someone's child, you're someone's work, you work in business with people, you're trying to take care of your own health, just drink enough water and eat protein and get some sunshine. Like, it's a lot. I totally understand that it's a lot. And your nervous system is the one that's taking the hit from the intensity that life can bring sometimes. So that can also cause sleep disturbances. So get some Idolane in your system, restore your sleep, bring down the overwhelming feelings, calm the nervous system. This is also really great for anybody that has any neurodevelopmental disorders. You want to get this in their hands. This is very calming for them. Omegas. This is a brain, cardiovascular, heart health product. This is great for your skin. This is great for your hormones. This is great for your entire body. This is also really important for children as they're developing for their brain. So please make sure that everyone you know is getting some good quality omegas. Even your dogs, your dogs, your kids, you make sure you have omegas in your body. And we don't just have a high quality omega. We also have added vitamins, and we add astaxanthin in there, which is an antioxidant. And I want everybody to remember this and repeat this. Antioxidants are my friend, okay? We want antioxidants in our body because antioxidants fight oxidative stress. Oxidative stress reduces free radicals. Studies show, I'm just telling you studies show that an abundance of free radicals in the system has the potential to lead to cancer. So what do we want to do? We want to reduce free radicals. And who fights off free radicals? Antioxidants, okay? This is why antioxidants are our friends. Then we have Askelax. This is a product that is really supportive to the circulatory system. And it's actually really good for your hair, skin, and nails as well. And also healthy lymphatic drainage through the body. So I personally make sure I take this product every single day because poor cardiovascular health is the number one killer in the United States, and I don't want to be a statistic, so I make sure I take this as a proactive approach to my health every day. Then we've got glutation. This is a glutathione turmeric vitamin C blend. So you're getting that vitamin C, you're getting turmeric, which supports a healthy inflammatory response. And then you have glutathione. Glutathione is a master antioxidant. It's got multiple purposes. It's amazing for restoring cellular health. It's amazing for binding toxins and pulling them out of the system. It's great for detoxing heavy metals in the body as well. And again, it's a master antioxidant. Then we've got Idadol. This is incredible for any discomfort in the body. Okay, so if you're feeling discomfort in your knees or your back or your shoulders or your hips or your feet or anywhere, wherever the discomfort is, whether it's from a surgery or an injury or you're on your feet all day or it's just part of aging. Anybody remember when we were younger and they were like, when you get older, your back starts hurting? And I used to think everyone was lying. I was like, how bad can your body really hurt as you age? And I'm like, all right, I understand. I see it. I get it. So this is going to reduce discomfort in the body. And this is also really supportive for blood health. Like an incredible testimonial on blood viscosity and also people with low iron. Then we've got Control. This is a very multifaceted product. I love this one. This is our nervous system support product, restoring hormonal balance, reducing cravings. If you are on a weight management journey and you're like, I feel like I'm hungry all the time, okay? This is going to balance out your satiety at the same time, as well as give you a boost in nutrition. And then we've got Glutation Plus. This is a tincture version, so it's a liquid version. It's more bioavailable when consumed compared to the glutation. So there's glutation and then there's Glutation Plus. So it's just more powerful, more potent. If somebody is really trying to detox, like, you know that you just got a blast of heavy metals in your system, or you just came out of anesthesia, or you do a lot of flying on planes. Like there's a lot to detox out of the system. Glutation Plus is a great route. Then we've got our Nourish line. So we've got a beautiful superfood protein blend. This is incredible because you're getting the protein, which is great because most of Americans are deficient in protein, but you're also getting nutrients because you're getting the superfoods. So you're getting the fruits and the veggies and the omegas and the functional mushrooms. I drink this every single morning, and I actually pair it with my collagen. The collagen is incredible because collagen is really supportive for mobility, flexibility, for your hair, for your skin, nails, but we also have an element in here that supports the microbiome as well. And most of America, I could actually probably say that, most of America is dealing with leaky gut. If you eat American gluten, then you 99% have a form of a level of leaky gut, because what they've done to our gluten, it's not that gluten is the problem, you guys. This is where it's kind of gotten messed up. Is y'all go to Italy, I'm going to tell you to eat all the croissants you want. But here in America, they like to spray our crops and our gluten, our wheat, with glyphosate. And that is a weed killer. And when you consume glyphosate, guess what? Your body doesn't like it. And so it reacts with inflammation in the stomach, and eventually little holes get poked into your stomach line and you get leaky gut. So every time you eat food, the food goes into your bloodstream and it causes chronic inflammation throughout the entire system. That is because of glyphosate, not because of the wheat. So if we want to heal the gut, we have to start focusing on things like the collagen to start healing the gut. Then we can look at RB Daily. Everybody, think about the vitamins and the products that you've consumed before. Have you ever gone and purchased separately a multi-mineral, a multivitamin, an amino acid drink, a whole foods like greens blend drink, a probiotic, prebiotic supplement? How many times have you guys gone and purchased those separately? I know for me, I've bought all of those separately before. We have created Daily, our V Daily. This is where you get all of that in one, and it tastes absolutely amazing. So I highly recommend it. There's 6 products that we have that if somebody's like, what would be my go-to for sure, I have to have those in my body every day, that's one of them. Second one that's in that actually would be our Nitro. This is a product that is going to oxygenate the cell. This is a precursor to nitric oxide. Nitric oxide has been deemed the molecule of life. And when you're putting nitric oxide, when you're increasing your body's nitric oxide production, you're increasing blood flow, you're increasing nutrient absorption, you're detoxing. Everything in your body is better when you have more oxygen in your system. And then we have V Energy. This is a healthy energy drink. So no additives, no dyes, no crap. It literally is the cleanest energy drink you're going to find on the market, and it tastes amazing. I highly recommend our energy drink. Anything that comes in those cans, I mean, I really haven't found one that I really approve of. So please consider checking it out if you love energy drinks. Then we've got our Awaken line. So the coffee is the second most consumed liquid on this planet. So it's cool for multiple perspectives. Of like, okay, if I'm looking at this as a business owner, I know that getting this, it's going to be easy to get this in the hands of as many people as I really want, because most people drink coffee, right? Most people have a coffee routine. If you have the opportunity to drink a cup of plain coffee or a cup of coffee that has an actual purpose to it, like our Thermo Cafe, this is going to provide a thermogenic effect to the body so you can burn fat faster. Or our Neuro Cafe, this is a coffee that's got a mushroom called Ganoderma, and it's got probiotics. So it supports brain health, it supports concentration and focus and memory. It's supportive for the immune system. The pancreas loves it. The circulatory system loves it. The digestive system loves it. The entire body loves Ganoderma. And then you're also pairing it with probiotics, so you're getting some gut health. People that take this feel, they say that they just feel like they're superhuman when they drink it. So then we've got our Love Cafe, and this is our hormone, libido, mood balancing coffee. So if you want to address any of those, especially hormones, we're not just talking female hormones, we're also talking finding balance in male hormones as well, which is equally as important. So I'm going to show you guys this really cool tool. This is our quantum bioelectric analyzer, and what's amazing about it is it's super simple to use. It's tiny. It takes 2 minutes to do a scan, and it's going to give you insight on 45 functions of the body. So it's going to talk about blood viscosity, liver health, what aminos are in your body, what metals are in your system, what your triglyceride levels look like. If you're near someone that has a scanner, I highly recommend getting a scan. It takes 2 minutes, gives you all that insight, and will also recommend products to you. So from a customer's perspective, it's an amazing experience. From a business owner's perspective, it's an amazing tool, because if you're going out and you're building your business and you just saw me talk about all those products right now and you're like, okay, I love what they do, but how am I going to remember what they do? You have a tool to help you to build your business. You can have sip and scans or scan parties, is what we call them. People can come over, they can sit down and enjoy a beverage, and they can get their scan, and then boom, it's going to send the recommendations. It's going to show the recommendations right there. So people can walk out feeling empowered about their health. Now I'm going to cross over into the business side. I'm leaving and we're exiting the product discussion. We are entering the business side. Okay, this is where the dollars are made. Now, I remember as a kid wishing that I could do something that I loved when I grew up that brought me fulfillment and joy, and something I could do with it that I was excited about. And then, you know what happens, how life happens, and sometimes you just get caught up not doing the things that brought you fulfillment and enjoyment that you envisioned as a kid, because whatever you're doing now just pays the bills, right? When I think about making money, I think about creating a portfolio, because most people have goals. How many people, drop a 4 in the chat if you have goals for your future? Drop a 4 if you have a vision of a life that you would like to create for you and your family. Most people do. And drop a 5 in the chat if those goals and those dreams and those visions require resources. Do they require money? Drop a 5 in the chat if they do. I know for sure mine and my husband's does. We have a vision of creating a homestead, a place where families can come and learn about the land and how to grow food, and come and experience healing with different modalities, and have an experience center where people can see our herbs and see our formulations, and we can educate people on how to be whole and well. That's a vision, and it's a really exciting vision, but it requires resources, okay? So when we look at our visions, we just have to look at things and how to get to those visions as a portfolio. Why not create a portfolio of income? Now, there's 4 types of income that you can create. You can be an employee, you can be self-employed, you can be an investor, or you can be a business owner. The difference between all of these is being an employee and self-employed on the left side, that is where you're always just going to have to exchange your time for money. And that doesn't mean that it's a bad thing. It's just knowing I only have so many hours in a day, so I'm only going to be able to exchange so much time for income. Okay, so it's limited. It just caps you. Okay, now looking at being an investor and a business owner, this is uncapped. This is unlimited, because when you're a business owner, you can create systems, and those systems can work for you, and you can leverage them to where you don't have to even be awake to be making money. You don't even have to be in the state that you live in to be making money. There's a system functioning in the background that's generating income for you. And that is what we have here at Vital Health. We have a system. So I want to talk to you about that system. For you as a business owner, there's multiple ways for you to come into our system and to build your system. And there's no wrong or right way. It's whatever's best for you and where you're at in this version of your life. So there's the ability to be an online marketer. Maybe you like doing funnels and email campaigns. Maybe you're a retailer. Maybe you want to have product in a physical location, like doctor's offices, chiropractors, med spa owners. You guys, we are blowing up right now with doctor's offices because they're looking at our product, they're looking at the return that we offer, and they're looking at the testimonials and the results, and it's mind-blowing what they're doing on the retail side. Just to let you guys know that retail you can do the exact same thing with influencer and affiliate marketing. So let's say you don't want to handle the product, but you want to get a lot of product into a lot of people's hands. You can do that all digitally, where you never have to touch the product physically. Then we have network marketing. If you like to develop teams and you like to look at your business as a franchise, you set up successful businesses anywhere in Mexico, Canada, and the United States, and we're about to open up more countries, and you help those businesses become successful, and you take royalties off of all of those businesses that you've helped, that's a huge win. So you can build any of these ways. You can mix these. You could be a network marketer. You could do retail marketing. There's no wrong or right way in how to build your business. The growth that we're having right now, and I talked to you about the numbers at the beginning of that call, first year 1 million, second year 4 million, third year 43 million, and now we're projected to do 100 million. You guys, we are moving. We're actually truly right here in concentration. We're kind of a little bit moved out of formulation at this point. We are not in momentum. We have, and it was actually really nuts. There's moments that David and I are like, oh my gosh, it feels like momentum, but we're actually not in momentum yet. And the growth that we've had is just exceptional. And I want to let you guys know that opening this country June 1st of last year, we're not even open yet for an entire year. Most people don't know about us yet. So being able to partake on the growth of moving through momentum, that's an opportunity. It's like with real estate. Location is so important with real estate. When it comes to business, it's all about timing. Now, when we talk about our comp plan, I'm just going to go over this briefly. I am not going to dive deeply into the comp plan and the bonuses, because we have a separate call if you want to dive deeper and talk comp plan. But I am going to explain to you, we are a unilevel comp plan with a bunch of bonuses, a bunch of awesome bonuses that you can tap into. Unilevel, tons of bonuses. Okay. The first bonus that we have is our loyalty bonus. This is where you're going to get 30% back in credits from your purchases when you have yourself on a subscription service. So anywhere from 10 to 30%, depending on the amount of months that you've been getting your subscription service. Then we've got our influencer bonus. This is absolutely incredible. The best way for me to really explain this, to skip all the math part, is you're getting back 60% of your sales, whether it's retail or whether you did it digitally. You're like, I'm just going to send my link to everyone. 60% is what that ends up looking like. That's insane. I've never seen a company offer 60% on what you're selling. And the way that the influencer bonus breaks down is that every 200 points, that is going to equal out to about $300, $350. The next 200 points, which is going to be $400 with the product, you're only spending $40. So it's 80% off. So then you can sell your product for the full retail amount, but you got the influencer bonus that dropped it down to $40, so it's an 80% discount. So just to give you a visual of what that looks like, when you're we're back. When you're looking at your wholesale price, which this is our blood sugar balancing product that we have. This is S Balance. This is a $25 product. If you are you have your business, you go in your back office, you go to get this product, wholesale, $25, right? You can go and retail that for anywhere between $37 and $50 is a fair price. It sells for $37 on the website. Then once you're in the influencer bonus, you went through your 200 points. So you've sold, you've distributed, or you've purchased $400 in product for retail. Then the influencer bonus kicks in. So now when you go to get this product, this is open, a window opens up where you can purchase this product for $5 and you can go and retail it for $37 to $50. You guys, this program that we have, there's a chiropractor that just told her business partner the other day she's making more selling products than she's making in her practice in a week because they're distributing so much product. And then we've got our first order bonus. This is where your business partner, if you like the idea of the team building, then when your business partner comes in, they're going to get their first initial pack. Okay, when they get their pack, and I'm going to show you this pack at the end. But when they come in with their pack, you're going to get a bonus from their first order, anywhere from $45 to $270 based on the pack that they choose. The presenter bonus is a bonus that if you support somebody else that's not in your team and you go help out another teammate, you're going to get honored for your time in helping somebody that's not on your team. Then we have our binary bonus. So the packs that I was just telling you about, when your business partners are coming in, they're going to get that pack. That pack has an associated volume with it. Now, let's say you're right here in this position. And let's say you brought in Angelina and Tim, okay? And they're right here. And as they're building their business, they're finding their key players, their business partners that they want to work with. Your business is going to just be organically growing. People are going to be getting their packs. That volume is going to start getting collected throughout your team. There's a true team system here. Only a left and a right. At the end of the week, the system is going to calculate the numbers of the new packs that came in that week on the left and the right side, and you're going to get paid a percentage of those packs that came in. This is a very lucrative bonus. It has to max out at $25,000 a week, $100,000 a month. But the cool thing about this is that as this is building, again, if you're right here and you brought in Angelina and Tim and they brought in their business partners, that volume is still going to flow up into your business and get calculated at the end of the week, whether or not you even met any of those business partners. You don't know them, you didn't bring them in. That's how the binary works. Then we're going to take a look at our matching bonus. What's really cool about the matching bonus is for anybody that's on this call that loves to team build. It's like, you know what? I love bringing people into my business. I love franchising my business. The matching bonus doesn't cap out. So this example, there's 5 people, so it's $5,000. So the 50% that you make in the matching bonus off of the binary, you make 50% of any of your business partners in the binary. So this example, this person has five people. That equals out to $5,000, so they made $2,500. But again, this doesn't cap out. So if you're a strong business builder and you bring in 25 people, if you bring in 50 business partners, 100 business partners, I literally know people who have brought in over 500 business partners. You are going to absolutely love the matching bonus. This is huge for business builders. Then we've got our luxury car bonus. This is a $500 car bonus when you've reached the rank of gold. And I'm going to talk to you about the ranks. Now, when it comes to ranks, remember, these are milestones in your business. This is just when your business, you and your entire business team has reached a group volume together, right? This is a team effort. This is going to range in the bonuses attached to each milestone. So if you're looking at bronze, that's 1,000 in group volume, all the way up to triple diamond, which is 200,000 in group volume, and then the ranges in between. And there is bonuses associated with each one, which is also really cool. And then we also have our higher ranks as well, everything from red diamond, and there's multiple diamonds in between, because there are people in the company right now that are making over 150,000 a month. Then we have trips. We have multiple trips that we go on throughout the year. So if you like to travel, this is exciting because You guys, I was a wedding planner. I didn't tell you anything about me in the beginning. Sorry, I got so excited jumping into the mission. I was all fired up. And I forgot to tell you about me, but I was a wedding planner for 9 years. You know, I did over 1,000 weddings in my career. I was doing 120 plus weddings every single year for those 9 years. And so when I was doing that, there were no incentive trips. There was no, oh, thank you so much for working so hard. Let's go on vacation. That wasn't happening. And so what I love about our company is we go to really cool places. So we like to work hard, we like to play hard, we like to go to Mexico, Vegas, California, and we get to hang out with each other. We get to spend time traveling and just relaxing and enjoying the work that we put in, the mission and the movement that we have created. Now the packs that break into packs, there is a $30 a year membership. This is a year, this is not a month. So, but this is going to cover your back office. This is going to cover your store, the website, the rewards plans. All of that is included in the annual membership. And then we have multiple packs. I'm going to start with our largest pack. This is our platinum pack. What's really cool about this pack is it comes with so much product that you get to actually share it. So this will be enough for you and your partner and family for about a month, and then you could share a little bit as well, which is great because when you can get something into someone's hands and they get to experience it, like they get to taste the V daily because it tastes absolutely incredible. And they're like, oh my gosh, all of that nourishment is in one delicious drink like this? Yes. Or, oh my gosh, the S Balance, I was able to test my blood sugar levels after consuming this and I could see something that just lights me up. That's amazing. Yes. So we have different products that have an experience attached to them. You know, Idolay, you're able to share that with somebody and they have more restorative sleep. That's a win. Okay, so we highly recommend sharing some of your products with people, the ones that have an experience attached to them, tasting our coffee. So the Platinum Plus is going to give you a lot of product. It's also going to, right now, and I don't know how much longer this is available because I know that we're really close, but there's a founders pool. So the first 1,000 of these packs sold, our founders are going to offer 1% of the total sales distributed to those 1,000 people. So that's really cool because it will not only end up paying for this platinum pack because you guys, we're about to be a $100 million company and significantly growing. That's a really cool bonus to get once a year. And if you take a look at our other 3 packs, there's a 200, a 300, and a 600. And I just want you to know that the option that you come in with is, I always tell people, get the biggest pack you can that doesn't put a financial strain on your family. I never want people to feel financial anxiety. So get started with the pack that best suits where you're at currently. But if you're like, I'm really at a silver level, like I want the platinum pack, but I really can't push past the silver at this moment, that is totally okay. What's amazing is the company offers the ability for you to upgrade. So if you desire to upgrade from one of the bronze, silver, or gold packs up to the platinum pack, they do make that option available, which is really cool. So the gold comes with our almost our full product line, and then the bronze and the silver is a smaller variety of our product line. So I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. If you get excited about what you saw tonight, if it inspires you to create a new piece to your portfolio for this to be a vehicle for you to go out and you to get to your visions faster, get to your goals faster, but you also get excited about helping to return people to a natural approach to their health because you're also just tired, sick and tired of watching our fellow humans, literally our species. In my opinion, I had a conversation, you guys, the other day with somebody about, we're talking about business plans, and they were like, we need to talk about the next 7 generations of how business is going to affect the next 7 generations. And I'm like, I'm genuinely concerned that we're going to make it 7 more generations. I'm legitimately afraid of what it's going to look like if we do not take a stand on on the health of our fellow humans. And it's a scary time to be, but you guys, we have the solution, and Mother Earth gave it to us, and we have a company right now, we have a movement and mission that we've created that is just absolutely changing people's lives, and at the same time we get to build a business that compensates you for your hard work, that compensates you for your passion to show up and to create great change on this planet. And if you ask me, I couldn't ask for a better combination of making impact, creating a business where we get to make a lot of profit, and you get to work with people that we provide a system for you guys to plug into. We have every single thing that you could possibly need, from calls for you to tap into inspiration and motivation, different calls that we can talk about training and how to really get to the nitty gritty on how to build a business and be a strong entrepreneur, calls for you to be able to work your normal life and plug people into business overviews. Instead of, you don't have to be displaying the information. You get to plug into us where we have a system where you can direct people to, so we can educate them. We can teach them how to be strong entrepreneurs. We can show them the business model for you so you can continue to be the dad, be the husband, be the wife, and continue the roles that you play in your life while we provide the system for you. That is the power of leveraged income, of not trading your time for money. And I want you guys to know that that is what we have to offer you here at Vital Health. So I'm really grateful that you guys were here today. If you have any questions at all, let us know. I'm always open to strategize and talk and answer any questions that you have. Get back to the person that invited you here. And I'm going to pass it back over to you, Eric.
Brooke, thank you so much for coming. She's a wife, she's a mom, she's a serial entrepreneur. I've been around her to her home. She wears a million hats. For her to come here tonight and just give us her heart, her time, her energy, I'm so grateful. If you got any value from Ms. Brooke, drop some sevens in the chat. Drop some sevens in the chat if you got any. We're going to do some testimony real quick. I love it. Awesome. Thank you so much, Brooke. I know you got to jump on the next session, something similar, but we're really going to be focusing on empowering people, talking about the adaptogens. There not be any money talk, any opportunity talk. So for those listening right now, real quick, don't jump off. You got a powerful testimony you want to share. I know you got to run, bro. But give a person what you want. You want to get some more insight on what these products will do for you. Give a person what you want. They'll see the link. Session started in 3 minutes. But outside of the products, I wanted to turn it over to a gentleman to share his testimony. It is like powerful. I hasn't even been here for 2 months, and I shared somebody. First of all, I met this gentleman shortly after moving here to Texas, and I mean, just a phenomenal individual. Like, love this guy like a brother. In fact, we share the same birthday, right? Birthday twin. And shared this information with him March 18th, and he made a decision to catch a vision March 20th. He was dealing with some things with some other business projects and couldn't really make a move, and he was going to make a move, I think, April 26th, but I sent him so much information. He was texting me at 6 in the morning. I'm like, hey, I haven't slept. This is 5 o'clock in the morning looking at this information. Instead of coming on board April 26th, he came on board March 20th, decided to run with us March 23rd. And we're not here to make any income claims, but this gentleman has claimed a lot of income just in 5 to 6 weeks. So I want to get out of the way of greatness and just have a business testimony tonight. He's a double diamond with that company. That simply means his business is doing over $1.2 million a year in revenue, in sales. Think about that for a moment. For people who own a traditional business, right? What does it take for their business to eclipse over $1.2 million in 12 months? And his business is doing that right here from home, part-time, spare time. So without further ado, let me turn over to the fastest double diamond in Vital Health. That is none other than Mr. Keith Williams. Tell us about this experience you've been having here, man. You ain't been here for 2 months.
Man, it's been amazing. First of all, man, I definitely got to give it up to Brooke. I know she had to jump. I told her this, man, she's the hardest working woman in show business. And so, man, she did it for me earlier, and she brought on us when we get off planes. Just the dynamic duo with her and David. It speaks volumes to the layers and layers of leadership that we have over here in this country, man. You know, Eric, we go back like 4 flats, man. Share one Cadillac, all right. Birthday twin. Oh man, but definitely, man, excited. You know, I reached out to you. Like I said, I knew I was about to make a transition, but just didn't know where, right? Just didn't know what. Really didn't know how, to be honest with you. But when you show me the opportunity, right? And I said, well, let me just look at it. And I really didn't have to look at nothing. I mean, it really was like that. I mean, you think I thought I was going to have to look at all these different companies and talk to the leaders of my team. And, when I reached out to Easy, right? You know Easy, right? So, he's down the record time, not coming too well. But, hey, I was like, man, I'm out, right? So, and I was like, man, we didn't have to look. I was like, look no further here. But what I've seen with the company, with the compensation plan, I really have to say, hey, man, who can you get on the phone? So I can see this in clarity, right? I want to see this in 3D. I want to ask the question. And then got involved and just went after it, man. Just, started running. And it just, when I really understood it, when I really had an opportunity to talk to David, and for those networkers that are on here, my guests on here, networks that are looking at this, or just anybody that's looking at this, I'm used to structure in the conversation, right? I'm used to having to jump through those hoops and, just to bounce on those legs. And when I saw that wasn't there, that's what really compelled me to come to just go all out and run for it. When I realized I could run, I didn't have to wait on anybody, right? That you can really run. I mean, 100 in PV, personal volume, and 10 personally sponsored people, and you can go straight to the top of the compensation plan. It's insane. And we put it to the test, man. We've done some dynamic things. I mean, we got $2. And I just mentioned Easy, also Schedule Wise Scott, which is another dominant company, did it in 30 days. We got, we hit every level, all the way up to go down. And soon to be a triple down organization before the end of this month. But man, it's testament to this amazing compensation plan. All right, there's a book out there called Brilliant Compensation. Alex is truly with a brilliant compensation. And we had an opportunity to take a road trip because they were coming from Mexico to be in San Antonio, and I knew that information would be about 9 Spanish, right? It was my first time in 26 years being involved in the industry that I had to translate. I've never had a translator before, but and I'm the Easy because his Spanish is way better than mine, right? And he was trying to translate for me, but I was on the edge of my seat, right? Time, man. I mean, like 6 hours, and I didn't understand 90% of what they were saying. But what I did, what was transcending, was the energy, right? The energy was transcending. They were passionate. They were excited. I mean, the room was packed from the back to where they couldn't get no more chairs. There were chairs outside the room. People had drove in and flew in, and flew into a different state and drove the rest of the way to get the information. And so when your book said we're not in momentum, right, it's hard to fathom that when you're looking at what's taking place in this company, because it does truly feel like momentum. And so a lot of people right now have an opportunity to position in front of them. We don't make no income claims at all, but I mean, just to look at, my check this week at $4,000 for the week, man, I was just blown away. Right? I was just absolutely blown away to see a residual check. Like the residual check I think my first 30 days residual, I was just absolutely blown away at what this compensation plan can do, and already well over $26,000 earned in less than 50 days is just, like I say, it's a testament to this amazing compensation plan. So hey, we don't make no income claims, guys. I mean, you put in what you get out of it. But what I can say, what I can guarantee is that if you put the work in, then you definitely will get the compensation out. And so that's all I have to say, man. I'm excited. I know we got a couple of things like this. My voice probably sounds tired, but I've never have been more excited in 26 years I've been.
Recording stopped.
Thank you so much, brother, for sharing that testimony. Wow. Check $4,000 per week, you guys. I stopped recording so I could talk about it. We're jumping off. We got to get another Zoom. I mean, that's what he did for the week. So, and that's phenomenal. But what if he did that for the month? What if he did that for the next 60 days? Right? How many can get excited about $4,000 in a month part-time? If you stretch out 2 months, $2,000 on part-time. That's what we're talking about here, ladies and gentlemen. So get back with the person who invited you. Yep, I see the hands being raised. I know everybody jumping off. We got to get enough Zoom. Get back with the person that invited you on.
You heard it here, guys. So get on the next Zoom. We have a Zoom coming on right now. It's an amazing company, amazing products. People are making money. I'm newly in, but get in. I'm excited. I got my products, and I got more products to come in. I'll do another product review because I got a huge box. But get in. We have a call just starting right now, and they're giving away some products. So you guys get with me, and let's get your health. It's vitally healthy, right? So Vital Health. Get your health right on track. Bye-bye.